I just picked up a new spindle from, like I said, the best vendor for Mustang parts, Encore Mustang. So I'm about to drive home right now and try to get that thing installed on the notch. I gotta drive all the way home. I'm probably about an hour away from home right now, and then I gotta drive an hour from home to the lake and go from there. So this spindle looks pretty good. I'm real happy with it. Everything looks good. I know when I put it on, everything's gonna go perfectly smooth and I'm not gonna have no issues. So
I wish I had just a penny for every time that I said something's gonna go smooth and it doesn't go smooth.
I'm real happy with that. I just gotta figure out how to get home. All right, I want to record this while I'm doing it so I don't forget to record it, but I got the brand new spindle that I picked up. I'm taking off the backing plate right now. I have this last bolt right here. I already took one of the screws out. I know you can't see. So yeah, one bolt here left, and then one here, and then I'm gonna take these out, and then once the strut's out of the way, I'll be able to get to the ball joint. And what everything is on this car, it's probably gonna just pop right off. Slap the new one on, throw the rotor back on, throw the caliper back on, and the job is done. It's been raining the whole weekend, so I'm probably gonna go home tonight once I fix this car. I got my neighbor coming out right now to drive my car home, so I can drive this car home. I don't see the point of me staying. So yeah, that kind of sucks. This whole weekend kind of like wasn't that great, but whatever. At least this car is getting fixed. I have the part for it, and I'm gonna bring this car home finally. All right, so his tie rod was like a bolt design, and the ball joint was pretty much the same. I had to hit it right here, and it finally got free, so I was able to get that loose. So I'm just gonna take the old one off, just like that, and put the new one right on. I got that dust shield on there already, and ball joint is fine. Tie rod's gonna go right back on, strut's gonna go right back on, so is the rotor and everything else. So alright, well, I was able to somewhat get it fixed. I got my car right there, my neighbor's driving it. So we're probably like 30-40 minutes away from home. I'm just crossing my fingers and my toes that this car makes it home. But man, I ain't never seen my car driving before. My car looks good. Hold on. But yeah, we're driving right now. I'm trying to just make it home, so I'll update you if something happens. Yeah, so thankfully I was able to get the car home. Had to put a wiper on it. Yeah, she made it home. Everything seemed cool in the front at least, and the rear seemed all right. The lug nuts don't seem like they're loose, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm just really happy that my babies are here. Back in the garage where she belongs. Alright, so I went to go get something to eat, and the power wire for the electric power steering, I don't even know. So I was like, I went to go start my car, I flicked my switch as normal, and nothing. I go to turn and I don't have no power steering. I thought that the fuse blew for the switch because it's a cheap switch. And I was checking, this has 12 volts. And then I had the signal wire, and I put the signal wire onto here, and the pump wasn't turning on, and I was like, man, the pump's probably bad. But then further inspection, and then it starts pouring rain. So that's cool. I could drive it home right now without the power steering, but I don't have the power connected to the battery because I took it off while I was messing with this, and then it just started pouring. So I was gonna try to make it over there. They got like some like viaduct thing over there, but it literally just started pouring rain before I could even get over there. I had to get all my tools and stuff out the engine bay, so I'm waiting for this to go down. Hopefully I'm not stuck here, and then I'm gonna slap this power wire back on, and hopefully my pump is good. I know exactly why this wire did that. I didn't solder it. At the time when I installed the electric power steering, I didn't have my tip for the solder, so I just taped it together. It's my fault. It's my own bad. So, yeah, it's coming down, Joe. There's a puddle right there. Everybody's running to their cars. Oh, I'm getting wet. How am I getting wet? What's going on here? Oh, all right. That was really, really random. But it's my fault. And I'm about to just tape it back together the same way that it was. You know, I fixed it. I was staring with my new. Nah, I fixed it. Quick little fix. I was able to, when it died down, the rain. I mean, it's still raining, but I tightened down that power, got it under that little thing, that entrance, and I was able to pop my hood and tape it up. So I'm back on the way home right now. That was weird. I was like, bro, what's going on? But I got it fixed. Nah, but everybody be surprised that I do drive this car in the rain, because it is a daily driver, and today it is raining.
I don't know why, but the video got corrupted right here. I'm basically explaining that the pulley for my AC delete, the little bearing in there with that snap ring is no good, so I'm driving to go get a new bearing.
Alright, I low-key forgot to record, but I was able to find a new ball bearing and put it in there. I had to hit the old one out with a socket and a hammer on some wood. I got the old one out, brought everything with me, and was able to put the new one in, and then I was able to get the snap ring that goes in. There's a snap ring on the back right there to hold it in place. And yeah, it spins real nice. So I'm gonna bolt everything back on. Okay, I forgot. Last time I put it on, I torqued it down. Torqued this down on there. I don't know if that played in a part or not, but I'm gonna just hand tighten that pulley on there, and hopefully that'll be good enough and not make any more noise. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but it's wobbling a little bit. It could be when I was pounding out the old one, I did like kind of nick. It's aluminum, so I kind of hit it right on there where the bearing is supposed to sit, but then I put the socket on the inside and then pounded it somewhat flat. So it is now imperfect, but I mean the bearing is on there. It's not making any weird noises. That little tapping sound you hear, I think is my lifters, but the pulley's not making any noise. Nothing is loose. There's no tolerances whatsoever on this bolt. And there's a little metal bushing that goes in between the bolt and that new bearing. Everything seemed fine. So it looks good. I'm not gonna worry about it. I only paid $5 to fix it, so if I didn't know any better, if I didn't know how to do things myself, I would have ended up having to pay $125 before tax and shipping for that pulley, which is crazy, because I literally just fixed it with a hammer and a socket, and that's it. So it's fixed. Back on the road again. Alright, so I'm about getting ready to prep this surface. I gotta take out this this pin right here. I gotta take that out. You loosen that little bolt right here. This pops out. That I'll be able to get the seat clips. They're somewhere down in there, right there. The seat clips are right there. Here's the axle. That's the axle, and then right there, this little ring that's right there, that's the seat clip. You gotta pop that guy out with a magnet. I got a magnet over there, and then the axle should come right out of this one. With this car, it was different. This car has seat clip eliminators, so you pull off the backing plate. Right here, boom, the 4 bolts that go to the backing plate. He has some extra like beefed up plates. I don't know what they're called. This rear end's built. I'm sure it's probably in the other video. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I'm just getting this prepped and ready. I just got some fluid. The 8.8 that's in my car, the orange car, that one, it's no good. It's like open. I'm out of storage, so I have to record on Snapchat, so sorry for the bad quality change, but I got the pin out, that bolt, the little guide bolt, and then you spin it. Now, you can see when you push the axles in, when you push them in, it exposes. Anyway, like I was saying, you push the axles in once you get the center piece out, and then it exposes that clip, and then you can take a magnet. Basically what you do to get that out, and then the axle slides completely out of the rear end. Alright, that was a pain in the butt, but I got all the bolts out of it. I don't even think this is gonna come off. There we go. Whew. I could probably bend that out and reuse it, because honestly this is only goes right here to protect the dust from coming in, but well, I don't know. The next thing that I would need to do is just take the rear end out of my car and essentially do the same thing that I did to this car. I'm gonna have to take out the axle on that one to take off the backing plate. That's the only way to do it. I don't feel like buying any axles because I have all the stuff here. I just need to take it apart and swap them and, you know, whatever. If this was an 8.8, I just take out this whole unit and throw it into that rear end. Or just, you know, if this was an 8.8, I just throw the 8.8 in there. But this is the 7.5. It's got a 273 rear gear, which means one full spin of the pinion is 2.75, 2 3/4 spins of the axles. I have a 375, so one spin of the pinion is 3 3/4 spins of the wheels. It just means the wheels spin faster with the 373. With the 273, the lower the number, the less amount of rotations, the slower the wheels spin, thus it's slower. Less torque, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Expressway speeds are going to be much, much more tolerable, and I'm going to appreciate it a lot more, to be honest. This is as far as I got. I got the rear end out completely. I'm missing a bunch of nuts and bolts, so I'm surprised that the rear end didn't fall out. The lower control arm on the left side didn't even have a nut on it, and then this upper control arm doesn't even have a nut on it to the frame either, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to go get some nuts and bolts probably, but I got this off, so right now I just wanted to pick up and record. I'm like covered in dirt everywhere and grease and stuff like that, but yeah, so I'm out of breath. I can't even think. I'm about to take this backing plate off. This one looks so much better. Take that off. I gotta open this guy up first, drain it, see what's going on. That's gonna be fun. So yeah. All right, I'm really angry. I dropped the rear end on the ground and spilled the fluid everywhere. It was actually full of fluid, so that was kind of cool. But I got the axle out, the backing plate off. I got the backing plate already tightened down. It's tight on this rear end. I gotta just take this cover back off, throw the C-clip back on, and then clean up both surfaces on this cover and the diff, and then lay down some black RTV, and then let that cure overnight. And then in the morning, I'm gonna fill it up with fluid, and then probably tomorrow build the drums on it here. Oh no, I can't, because I have to have the e-brake. Alright, well then I don't know, dude. I might, because I definitely want to fill it with fluid when it's out of the car, because I'm just going to tilt it back this way. And there's a drain plug on the front of it, so I'm just going to fill it that way and then put it in the car. But this is as far as I'm at right now. I'm going to probably stop. My car is just on jack stands. This is not cool, man. I mean, it's easy. It's an easy job. It's just, I don't know. I just get irritated easily and very quickly, so. Oh man, but yeah, that's it, man. Everything's taken off. Rear end's out of the car. I do gotta go get some more nuts and bolts and lock washers and stuff like that, but I'm probably more than likely gonna do it tomorrow. I got that surface prepped. This is already going. I got some fluid down up in there because I brake cleaned it, and then I was spinning it and it was turning dry. The gears were turning on themselves dry. So I just dumped a quart of fluid in there, lubed everything up, spun it, everything sounds good. Yeah, so I'm gonna let this do its thing for like 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna throw that cap on there and then snug everything down, and then come out here in the morning, flip the rear end over, make sure it doesn't leak, and then continue to fill it with more fluid. And then I'm probably gonna throw it in the car tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Even when I'm not working on my car, I'm working on my car. All right, it's the morning. I got this rear end filled up with fluid. I put 3 quarts in there. Two and a half quarts of fluid. It doesn't seem like it's leaking, so that's pretty good. It was leaking out of here, but I didn't have the breather on there. I want to go get a factory OEM breather because I made this, but and it never worked. Oh. It never worked on here because the axle seals are bad. It would always shoot axle fluid, rear end fluid, diff fluid out of the breather and all over the underneath of my car. All that is rear end fluid, so hopefully this doesn't happen to this one. I think the axle seals are good on here, and yeah, I just hope so. If not, I'll go get an OEM one. I took this one apart, this diff. I didn't take the carrier out, but you basically seen everything I did. I'm gonna not mess with the carrier and just leave it, unless I know for sure I have to like rebuild everything. But I think the 7.5 is better than the 8.8, only because the limited slip is good in it. So that's why I'm putting it back in. It's just really hot out. It's only like 9 in the morning and it's already like 80 degrees, so that's cool. Try to get this just slid right in. That's what it seems like. And I'm gonna start jacking up. I'm gonna try to get these upper control arms on first, and then I'm gonna get the lowers, do my shocks. I don't even want to do the drums either because I hate drums, but I'm gonna throw the e-brake cables through, put the brake lines on, the wheel cylinders. I have to put the wheel cylinder on this one too. Yeah, this is where I'm at so far. All right, we got the car in the car. I got the rear end in the car. I'm missing a bunch of lock washers and nuts or something, I don't know. So I'm about to go to the auto store or Ace or something like that and get some nuts and lock washers. I really don't want to build the drums. I hate building the drums, and I still got to put the wheel cylinder in here. I still gotta, I just really want to tighten everything down, throw the wheels on it, and take it for a ride, even without the brakes. It'll be fine. It's a manual, you can downshift to slow down. Yeah, so it feels pretty good. I like the RPMs where they're at. There's not a lot of noise coming from the rear end, but everything is vibrating and shaking. It wasn't like this before. I also don't have my rear sway bar on. I forgot to put the sway bar on, and I can definitely feel the difference. I don't rub as much though in the rear. Like, I barely rub in the rear at all now. It feels pretty good. I'm only doing, what, 2250 RPM, and this is probably like 70 miles an hour. Like, the car feels good, like it feels great. I like that. It feels slower, but the car feels better, if that makes sense. Yeah, the car feels real good. I'm real happy with it. It's just cruising. Little Monte Carlo right there. That's clean right there. Yeah, that's clean. Yeah, his shit sounds good. I like it. That thing sounds good right there. Car's a lot louder than mine. Went and got me some more bolts and nuts. I got stainless steel, they didn't have grade 8. I don't know if I can use stainless steel or not. I'm gonna use it anyway. I needed it for that right there, the lower control arm to the frame, because that one didn't have a nut on it. The driver's side doesn't have a nut on it either, so I just got this side put on, and then I took out my drive shaft bolts and put Loctite on them. Put some Loctite on there. So I think I'm gonna just put the wheels back on the car and then flip the car around this way so I can work on the passenger side. And then I'm gonna swap out the bolts, and then I'm also gonna put the sway bar back on it too. And I lied, but this is the driver's side lower control arm. I just jacked the body up and then let the rear end fall down. Shit, I didn't even need to take, the spring just fell right out of it, so that's pretty cool. But whatchamacallit, yeah, so the bolt for the frame to the lower control arm, that's what it looks like. It's not supposed to look like that, but I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna do it to the new bolt, but I don't really care. I just want to put hardware on there. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this new bolt back in, and then I gotta lift up my exhaust. You see my beautiful custom exhaust hanger right there, some chicken wire, and then hang that, I don't even have the drums on here. I'm not even gonna mess with the drums right now because I don't have nobody to help me bleed them, so I'm just gonna let it be. But yeah. Alright, it's driving real good. I just took it to the racetrack and I was testing the body roll at like high rates of speed, you know? And it feels really good, feels really planted. It feels like a go-kart, to be honest. I want to get the front, I want to get like a strut tower brace for the engine bay up top, or I want to change out my sway bar end links in the front, because I've never changed those. They probably need to be replaced. So, but other than that, the car feels really good. And I also, like I said, tighten up. That little clicking you hear is like the least amount of like road noise and clunking like possible. Like, I didn't record it, but there's a bolt that goes to the frame, and it's like the bolt welded itself to the upper control arm, so I can never take that bolt out unless like I cut it out. But other than that, everything feels fine. It feels a lot better on the expressway. I tightened up my drive shaft too, so a lot of that clunking noise was the drive shaft and the little bit of you know, the looseness, whatever. So it's all tight. It feels real good so far. All right, it's been a couple days. That little chiming sound, that's the brake line. I gotta get a little bolt to hold it down, but for some reason my climate control broke, so I have to go and try and find a new one. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to go to this junkyard. They have a 1982 Mustang there, or at least they did a couple months ago. It's not on their website no more, but the only way to find out is to go there and to see if they have it or not. I'm gonna be sweating it's so hot out today. Today's like the worst day to go out there, but I need it. I need my climate control. Last night I took it out and it was raining and the whole windshield was fogging up. Since the defrost didn't work, it was only coming out of the vents. Like the defrost, the heat, the high-low, all this doesn't even work. Whatever you're putting it on, it like clicks into it, but these ones ain't clicking. Alright, so I got a new phone. I can't play my music, but I got a radio. But yeah, I can't, I gotta figure it out. There's something going on. I got that adapter, but it's making a lot of noise and popping sounds, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. So I gotta listen to classical music. Alright, so I'm at the DMV. I'm trying to get the black car plated real quick, but they're like, since that car is registered in an out-of-state title from Tennessee, I have to bring the car here so they can check the VIN, and I didn't know that. So I'm gonna run back real quick, go get the notch, and then bring her over here so they can check the VIN and stuff. So that's cool. Hopefully, I mean, I already have insurance on it. It's already insured, so I just have to bring it here, and they said that they'll get me on my way. So hopefully that's true, and I can just get her on the road and she be legal now. Yeah, she's a little angry. All right, let's bring this girl to the DMV. We got the registration for the notch. It's registered. I'm real happy. Everything went smooth. I was trying to get a custom plate for it, but they only were allowing 6 letters, and I wanted to do stroke 331, but it was 7, and then they were also saying I can't have stroker in my plate either, so that kind of sucks. But it's registered, it's got a plate, it's insured, it's legal. I can drive this car wherever I want to now, so that's pretty cool. I'm happy. Whew. Let me get this girl home. This thing is filthy. Not bad. I just crashed my car. I don't know if you're able to tell. That's cool. I gotta sell this shell now. Dude, that sucks. I'm literally at a loss for words right now. My door won't even close. I'm able to drive it home, thankfully. I'm gonna show you the footage, but I'm literally in shock. I'm not happy right now. I'm very upset. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I wanted to have that story of, oh, this is my first car and I kept it. I have to sell this car. I'm so sad right now. I can't cry. I have like no emotion right now because it just happened. I'm in shock still, but I can't believe I just crashed my car, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. I gotta make it home. I gotta make it home. Man, this is not cool, bro. I gotta buy a new car. I gotta sell my car. This girl, oh my God. I'm so heartbroken right now. I'm literally heartbroken. And I'm so upset with myself, bro. Alright, there's a lot to record right now. So I'm just taking the interior out. This is the damage. Yeah, 100% obviously needs a quarter panel. Wheels, whatever. Door. Mirror, fender. New wheel. The strut towers are bent. It needs a strut tower. The frame underneath it is cracked. I don't know if you're able to see. I don't know if I'm putting it in the right area. I'm gonna jack it up later, but I don't want to take nothing off of the car right now. Broke my interior. I mean, whatever. Yeah, you can see outside, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna take the interior apart right now. That piece I just showed you is the capacitor for the sound system. So my phone's got a charge, but I just wanted to record what I'm doing. I'm about to take out the grounds right here for the second battery, take all these electricals out, take those amps out, pull that box out, pull these seats out, pull the door panels off, take all the brain box, all the wiring underneath the carpets, everything, my second fuse panel, just take everything out of the car at this point, my headliner, and then I'm gonna go from there. So I'm gonna just strip the interior down, and then I'm gonna jack it up in the rear. I don't want to take anything off right now yet, to be honest, because I don't want to make this car trapped. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just, like I said, get this car pulled out and maybe put it in storage or something, and then have the orange car in the garage until I figure out what I'm gonna do. But I know everything needs to come out of that car for sure. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. So look how far out the rear end got shifted because the frame got cracked. The hatch was already garbage, so that's not that big of a deal. But ow. Yeah, even right here, I'm starting to see some damage that I've never had right here before. Whatever. So, it is fixable. It is. New quarter panel could be welded in. That ain't nothing. I literally can buy a quarter panel. I can buy a whole half of this car right now. But the frame underneath is cracked. The torque boxes are cracked. Right here somewhere. I can't see, but the torque boxes are cracked. And I know for sure the strut tower, my caster camber plate is all mangled, so I know that strut tower is compromised. Yeah, it needs work. A couple $1,000s for the frame shop. I mean, I don't know. I haven't called anywhere to get a quote. I've never had to get a quote before, so I'm not really too sure. But best case scenario, I sell this shell as is to somebody who will fix it, and then go buy another shell that I have lined up. It's just the money that I'm running into. being an issue right now. So if I can figure something out, then I'm just gonna get a new shell entirely. So yeah, that's cool. Alright, this is where I'm at so far. Passenger seat's out. Second battery. Whole sound system is out. Yeah. There. Down in there. I think I showed this earlier. I'm just showing. I don't know. Either way, but all this is done. That's all stripped out of it. Headliner's out. What I'm doing right now is gonna take the dash pad off so I can take these speakers out so I can get the rest of the harness out for the stereo. Take those out. Yeah. That's pretty much it. That's all that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave the dash in until I really figure out what I'm gonna do with the car. I gotta figure out how to put the power steering pump back on temporarily, just run up constant power wire or something, I don't know. Cause I'm gonna need the power steering pump to stay with the engine when I pull it, but for right now it needs to stay in the car so I can move it, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I wanna pull the carpet up so I can take this seat out, and I wanna keep this, this carpet's all cut up. This is an aftermarket carpet. I shouldn't keep it, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think, if I do get a new shell, I want to literally swap everything from the interior from this car to the new shell, so that's kind of like where my head is at, but so yeah, I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Oh, and I wanted to show you something that almost was getting ready to start on fire. This was melted to another wire, another power wire. Luckily, it wasn't melted to a ground. So, who knows how long that would have been until that system started on fire. But, I literally threw everything together. I even already used power cables when I set this stuff up. So, I don't know. You live and you learn. There's a lot that I learned from this car. I don't know. Just at a loss for words right now, to be honest. More or less just trying to figure out what I can do. But it's really too early in the morning. It's like 9 a.m. I think when I first started recording it was like 7. So I'm gonna wait until the day goes on and see what I can do. But right now, I don't have a car, I don't have a shell, nobody wants to buy this yet. I don't know if anyone will buy this yet, but yeah. The car's, if somebody has a shop and has a welder, they can totally fix this. They can fix that. Yeah, they can fix it, and I don't have either of those things, so this is my shop, and I don't have a welder. But yeah, I can't fix it. I can't afford to fix it, so it's just unfortunate. And then on the back side of this tire, it chewed it up pretty good, so that's done. I think this is where we see the light from the inside, maybe here, I don't know. But it cracked, it ripped. That right there, this, there, torque box, I think I showed it earlier, cracked it straight right here, and it ripped it some more down underneath there. I think it showed right down in there some more. Yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna, the rear end, I don't know if it's fine or not. It spins okay. The drums are on here. I don't know. But yeah, she got hit pretty good. It's gonna need a new You know, yeah. Oof, I don't even know what's wrong with the front yet. I haven't even looked at the front. I know the strut towers are just completely done. So, yeah. I'm not seeing actually any damage on the strut tower now that I'm looking at it. There's a little dent, I'm sure you can see there. But other than that, I don't think that the strut tower is compromised in any way. I think this camber plate just got warped because of the impact of the strut. Everything down here looks fine, I would say. This was already like that, so don't even look at that. I don't see any structural damage to the strut tower at all, really, to be honest. At all, which is a good thing. So the front seems to be somewhat okay. I really don't see anything out of the ordinary. But I wouldn't know because I never really looked for that sort of kind of thing, you know? So yeah, that wheel's done. It's missing the whole lip on the outside. There's supposed to be a piece of the wheel that touches this grooved part right here. And that's completely gone. That's what's sticking off of that rim. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This side seemed okay. This side seems okay. But there's barely any threads on the lugs. They were already about to come off, so. Yeah, that's cool. Trying to back it out and flip it around without the power steering was fun. Yeah, that's cool. My oil pressure line is leaking. My engine's making a weird ticking noise too, so I'm really hoping that I didn't hurt the motor somehow. I don't know. Maybe the initial shock starved it for oil for a split second, maybe. I don't know. I'm really not too sure. All I know is it's really hot and this car is really messed up, so it's cool. Everything from my car is literally in this car, so I don't know. We were thinking take out my motor and trans, put it in this car, preserve this block and transmission, and just throw my stuff in here. And I just daily this because this did just get registered. It does have a plate. I'm gonna get a plate for it in a minute and in the mail, so I don't know. I gotta wait and see, but I don't know, man. That sucks. The rear is completely cooked. The rear is done. You can look at the subframe connectors. They're supposed to be straight, and it's tapered off like that, kind of towards the rear. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's basically it for this video. I'm gonna close it off now. This video is already really long, and I gotta edit all this stuff up. Yeah, I did not expect this, but it is what it is. Yeah, hope you I try to beg, but I really need you to like this video. I don't get paid from YouTube, so I need something to work out. But yeah, appreciate you watching this video. If you watched it all the way through up to this point, I appreciate it. Show support. Turn on post notifications, subscribe, like, comment. Everything helps. Appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.